Welcome back to Educaushal. As I had told you that I will be updating you regarding how to apply online. This is a particular format that you need to get filled and get signed from your head of the institution. The link of the PDF is shared below this video. You can download it, get this thing ready first, and then you can come for the online. Now, what is that you are supposed to enter in this? So this is a certificate for all the students to be issued from the head of the institution. For this, you need to have a passport size photo, which is there. You can see you need to paste here. Now the first blank that you are going to fill is the name of the student. All the entries should be in capitals and it should be in English. After having the name written in capitals, then you need to name in which school the student is studying. This is the second thing that you need to do. Then name of the candidate in block letters. Again, you need to write the student's name here. Then the father's name should be entered. Again, write everything in block letters. Then mother's name you need to enter. After that, if you have any guardian, if father or mother is not there or someone else is signing on behalf of the child, then they need to take care of this. That name should be written. Now, if the child is staying with its grandparents or someone other than the parents, then the guardian name should be entered with the relation. How the guardian is related to the child, that need to be mentioned here. Then date of birth, while writing the date of birth, first two columns is for DD. That should be for date and then month and then year. For example, if the child is born on 3rd, then it should write as 03. Then month till 9 months, it should be 09, 01, 02, 03. That is how it should be. And the year should be mentioned. Again, it should be written in words. 4th March 2013. This should be written in words. You need to see that you make sufficient place for writing all these things. Then the gender of the child should be ticked. Here only tick mark is required. Don't enter any other thing. Don't give a dash for boy or transgender. Don't do it. Just whichever is applicable, you just make a tick of it. Then whether the child belongs to which category, whether the child is belonging to general merit or OBC, SC or ST. If it is other than general, you need to have your caste certificate. Therefore, see that whenever you are entering, see your caste certificate is kept ready with you. Then we need to talk about the disability. If the child has any disability, then whether it is a physical, visual, hearing, and the percentage of disability need to be mentioned here. This is the next thing. Then the child Aadhaar card number should be mentioned here. Then PEN number of the candidate. PEN number means it is permanent education number. We call it a stats number. If you have it, you can enter or you can leave it blank. Then you need to enter the address of the child. Which place the child is living, that need to be entered here. Then you need to enter the mobile number of the child, 10-digit mobile number, parent's mobile number or the guardian mobile number who wants to get connected. That is important. You need to write that. Then email address, if you have, you can mention it here. Otherwise, go for identification mark of child. Means what you need to do is, there will be some mark on the body. You need to just identify that. If there is a mole, then you need to just write. I'm given an example, black mole on left wrist. If then an wound mark, someone will be having that when in the young age they would have fallen and there is an wound, that mark can be mentioned over there. And then the annual income of the parent. You need to see what is the income. If you're going for some certificates, you need to mention this here, annual income, and you need to mention nationality, Indian, then the religion, which religion you belong to. And next one is something important. You need to know which language the child prefer to write the exam. That is something important, because your question paper will depend on the entry of this thing. Therefore, medium of examination, it should be English, Kannada, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, whatever it is, you need to mention. So these are something important thing that you are going to do. And the next thing is classes. Means where did the child study? If you're applying for any rural quota, then the child should have completely studied from class 3 till date in rural school. If they have studied in even a single day in their urban school, then this will not be applicable for them. They will not be able to apply for rural quota. Therefore, you need to look into this. First one should be school name. Then I'm just showing you one column. Then you can replicate it to the other two. Class 3, I'm showing name of the school where the child has studied. Then the location, whether it is urban or rural. Then month and year of joining. They are not going to ask specific date. It is month. Generally, admissions will happen in the month of May or June. That you need to mention over there. And the year, passing month and year. When did the child pass? Class 3, 22, it would have taken admissions. And in 23, the child would have passed that particular class. Then name of the block. Which educational block does the child belongs to? That is to be mentioned. This you can inquire with your school. They will be helping you out on this particular thing. Then name of the district and name of the state. It is Karnataka and the district which are relevant you are having. You need to do that. In the same way, you are supposed to fill your other two columns. That is your 4th standard detail and presently studying in 5th standard. Those detail you are supposed to enter here. Then probable passing results will be in the month of April. Therefore, I have given April 2025. That is how you are going to mention it over there for 5th standard. Don't get too confused about those things. And next, signature of the candidate need to be done within this book. Signature of the parent need to be signed here, or if it is a guardian, then they can sign over here. And then sign and seal of head of the institution is required. Two important things. One is on the photograph, which you're going to paste in the upper right corner of the application. There also the head of the institution will seal and sign. And in the same way, at the end of the application, you are supposed to get the sign and signature of head of the institution. This is how you're going to keep your application ready for uploading. Now, let us see what are the other documents that a candidate should have for uploading his document, that is registering for the Navodaya exam. The first thing is the child should have his sign, candidate sign. It should be signed on a white paper and the same image should be taken copy of it. The next second one is parent signature. Parent should sign and that image should be taken. All this should be taken in JPG format and specific size of the images is being mentioned. Both of these things should be of 10 to 100 KB. And then candidate's photo. Whoever is taking the exam, his or her photo should be available. Image should be there in the format of JPG. That should be within 10 to 100 KB. These are three things. Then the certificate, what you have already filled, got signed by the head of the institution, should be taken as an image. This is fourth document you need to have. And the fifth one, if the child Aadhaar number is there, you can enter it, but sometimes it takes long process. Therefore, it is recommended to have Aadhaar card of one of the parent. If you have one Aadhaar card of father or mother, again, there should be an image of it in the JPG format. Keep all these 5 documents, which is going to help you. Once you have kept all your documents ready, you enter JNV in the Google search and you will be able to get into this site. Go for Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti. Once you open this, you will be getting this screen. In this screen, it will ask for submission of online application. Click on this first blue thing. It will take you to the form where you are going to update all the documents and require submissions need to be done here. Once you get onto this, go for the first, click here for registration for class 6 JNVST. You click on this thing, you will be led to the next sheet. Once you get this, you need to go with all this information. These are mandate information that you are supposed to update. So in the middle, you get all the details. On the left side, you get all the important dates and other details will be there. And on the right side, it will show you what are the things that you are supposed to have before entering this thing. Documents which you should keep it ready in the JPG format. Now, first one, say it as no, because whether your child has previously passed 5th standard or not, you are going to tell no. Whether the child had appeared for JNV earlier, no. If it has appeared, then this will not be available. The child will not be able to register. They won't be giving the second attempt. Therefore, these 2 things are important. After that, if you have not read the prospectus, you can download it here and then you can go through the prospectus and then you should tell yes. You should have read the prospectus. You shouldn't be filling without reading the prospectus. Then you are going to tell whether your child is writing the exams from the district where he resides for the same JNV. It should tell yes. Then whether you have certified form from the head of the institution, you should tell yes. Then you need to enter whether the candidate has been promoted from class 4 to class 5. Now, whether the child is studying in class 5 this year, that you are going to tell yes. First 2 should be no. Rest of the 4 should be yes. Read before entering it. Then you can enter the child's Aadhaar number. You can enter it over here. But sometimes it may take verification. It may take some time delayed. Therefore, be careful about that. If you're not able to do that, no issues with that thing. Go for no. And as I told you, it will ask for some government document. That is where you should have a document of the parent's Aadhaar. You should have it ready. Therefore, if you accept that, you need to upload that thing. Choose file from where you are supposed to do. Keep it ready and it is done here and you submit. Once you do this particular thing process, it will take you to the next screen wherein whatever detail you had filled in the form, the same type of detail you are going to fill online. Now, first you are going to tell which place you are from, Karnataka. Then you will be having which district you are from. You need to go for your respective state and district. Once you do this, then you will get other things entered here. See here, residential state is there, residential district is there. It means that you are applying for this particular district Navodaya. Then I had earlier told you that once you enter block in your form, there is a provision for entering the block. You should inquire with your institution head and check which block the child belongs to, and according to that you update this. And then name of the school, which school the child is studying in. Name of the school should be entered here. then name of the candidate, then mobile number, then after that you need to date of birth. Date of birth, it is shown, you just select here, it will show you earlier or after. After July 15th, it will not work. Before that thing, you should take the date, exact date. Here is the arrow where it will take you to the previous date. Select the appropriate date and select it. This is going to happen. If you have an email ID, you can enter here. After that, you need to enter mother's name, then father's name. Then if you have guardian, it's an optional. If you have entered, you can enter. If not, you need not enter those things. Then residential is Indian, and any mark. It can be, as I was telling you, left scar on thing, whatever is that, you need to mention here. Any wound or anything of that thing you can do here. And then you need to go for the gender, whether it is male, female, which gender the child is. You need to enter this and select whether which category the child goes with. Anything other than general, you are supposed to have an certificate for that thing that you need to keep ready. And your address, you need to enter here. Then pin code that you are going to enter here. And then medium of examination. This is important. You need to know in which language the child is going to write the exam. Is it in Kannada? Is it in English or Hindi? Whatever it is, you can enter it there according to. If you have phone numbers and other things, you can enter the STD code and telephone. It is not mandatory. Then disability. If the child has any disability, then you need to select that, and percentage of disability need to be mentioned here. If not, you need to place it as none. And then you need to enter the religion, which religion you belong to. That is also you're supposed to enter. Then you can enter child's Aadhaar number, then PAN number. If you have, you can enter those things. And parents' annual income can be entered over here. And then see, if you see all these things, you will be able to see that all these things is available on your document form, which you have got signed from the head of the institution. The same thing, all the details you are going to get here. Which state, which district, name of the block the child has studied in 3rd standard, then the village name, then name of the school, whether the school is recognized. Only if the school is recognized, it is applicable. Otherwise, unrecognized school students should not be studying there. Therefore, take care of that thing. Location, whether it is rural or urban, you need to mention over here. And this is month of joining the school, year and month. Year and month of passing the exam is being mentioned. In the same way, you need to go for 4th standard and 5th standard also. Then here I had told you initially 2 no's and 4 yes. See, these are the 2 no's what you have entered there, and 4 yes. These things what you are going to get over here. This is what you are going to have completely. And then you need to have your child's photo. This is one thing you need to work on. I had told about this. You need to keep it ready. Therefore, select the photo. Then signature of the candidate. White paper, you should have taken photo and it should be in the JPG format that you are supposed to upload here. Then parent signature, you need to upload here. Then you are going to upload the study certificate from the child. Certificate that you are going to get from your head of the institution, that you are going to upload here. Once you have uploaded all these things, you can save and preview. Once you save this thing, you will be able to have a preview to know whether all the details you have entered is okay or not. If everything is okay, in the next stage, submit the application and the process is done. If you find that some changes need to be done, you can always make the changes, edit it, and do the needful. This is how you're going to have it for your Navodaya exams.